Last time I saw you, I didn't know it was goodbye. You stood beside the doorway, your eyes were full of rain. I wanted to hold you, but I knew you'd leave. We had so many promises we thought would last forever. Now I'm left with memories I can't forget. I wish I had one more night, one chance to make it right. The last time I saw you, I should have said I loved you. I should have held your hand. The last time I saw you, I didn't know I'd miss you. Now every road I take still leads me back to you. I hear our song and everything comes back. Your laughter in the kitchen, your picture. I've learned to live without you, but some nights I still break. I wonder if you remember us. Maybe we were only meant to meet and change each other. Maybe goodbye was written before we found forever. The last time I saw you, I wish I'd held you longer. I wish I told you everything my heart was scared to show. The last time I saw you, you walked into the distance. I was left behind with a love I can't let go. I still remember you, miss you, but I'll let you go. I thought I'd have forever. I didn't know you were my last goodbye. Your coat was hanging by the door, your perfume stayed inside the room. I kept believing you'd come back, even after you said we were through. I sat alone beside the window, watching headlights disappear. I wanted to run after you, but I was frozen by the fear. I had 1,000 things to say, but goodbye came too fast. You were my last goodbye, the hardest words I've ever known. You were the love I couldn't keep, the person I still call home. You were my last goodbye, and I never got to say how much of me still loved you when you walked away. Stopped asking all our friends you've been thinking of me. I stop looking at my phone every time it starts to ring. But some nights when the city sleeps, I still remember your face. I don't wanna go back, I just miss the way it felt. Maybe love can leave a scar without becoming a regret. You were my last goodbye, the hardest words I've ever known. You were the love I couldn't keep, the person I still call home. You were my last goodbye, and I never got to say how much of me still loved you when you walked away. I hope you find your happiness, even if it's far from me. And I hope someday I'll understand why we weren't meant to be. I won't chase what disappeared, I won't beg the past to stay. I'll carry what was beautiful and finally walk away. You were my last goodbye, but you won't be my last sunrise. I'll remember what we had, then let it fade with time. You were my last goodbye, and now I finally know. Sometimes loving someone means learning to let them go. My last goodbye, my beautiful goodbye. I waited for you until I forgot who I was. Every morning I check my phone, hoping you'd change your mind. I kept a place for you beside me while you were leaving me behind. I told myself you'd come back, that love just needed time. But every day I waited, you were further from my life. I gave you all my tomorrows and forgot about today. I waited for you until I forgot myself. I gave you all my love and left nothing for myself. I waited for your footsteps, I waited for your call, I waited for forever while you were letting it fall. I waited for you, but you never came back. I stopped seeing my friends, I stopped doing things I loved. I thought holding on to memories was the same as holding on to love. Then one night I saw myself in the mirror through the tears. I didn't recognize the man who had disappeared for years. That was the night I finally knew I had to walk away. Maybe you were worth loving, but I was worth saving too. I can't spend another lifetime waiting for someone who won't choose. I waited for you until I forgot myself. Now I'm taking back my heart. I'm learning how to love tomorrow never comes, there is something I need you to know. I should have said it more often, I should have held you tighter. I thought we had forever, so I never felt the fire. I thought there would be another day to tell you what you meant. I didn't know that love could leave before we were ready for the end. Now every word I never said lives inside my head. If tomorrow never comes, I hope you know I loved you through every storm and every night. I always chose you. If tomorrow never comes, I hope you know you mattered. Even when our story ended, you were never just a chapter. You were the reason I believed in love. I remember all the little things, your smile, your favorite song. I remember how you made me feel like I finally belonged. Now I carry those memories wherever I may go. Some people leave our lives, but their love never fully goes. If I could have one more moment, I'd forget about the pain. I'd hold you close and tell you I choose you all again. And not because I want the past, but because it made me who I am. Some loves don't last forever, but they change us while they can. If tomorrow never comes, I hope you know I loved you. And if you ever doubt yourself, remember I believed in you. If tomorrow never comes, I'll leave the past behind, but somewhere in my heart you'll always have a place tonight. If tomorrow never comes, I hope you know you were loved. I watched you leave that night. I wanted to say stay, but pride got in the way. Maybe you never knew how much I loved you. I loved you in silence, I loved you through the pain. I smiled when you were leaving, while I cried alone again. I loved you in silence and wished you'd understand. never said goodbye. Goodbye now. I still remember your goodbye. I kept your picture by my bed, held every word you ever said. I thought if I loved hard enough, we could survive the breaking of us. I let you go slowly, one memory at a time. I kept your love inside me. Long after you left mine, I let you go slowly, though my heart begged you to stay. Now I'm learning how to live with the love I couldn't save. Maybe we were meant to end, maybe broken hearts can mend. I will miss you, this is true, but I must learn to live without you. I let you go slowly, now I'm finally free. You were once my everything, but now I'm choosing me. I loved you, I lost you, and I let you go. I'll be okay now. There was a day I stopped checking your name. I used to wake up every morning and reach for my phone. I searched through every message just to feel less alone. I checked if you were online, I checked if you were there. I knew it wasn't healthy, but I didn't seem to care. Then one morning I woke up and something had changed. The day I stopped checking your name was the day I started healing. The day I stopped waiting for you was the day I started breathing. I still remember everything, but it doesn't feel the same. The day I stopped checking your name, I finally walked away. I heard our favorite song and didn't change the station. I saw an old photograph without losing my patience. I passed the place we used to meet and kept walking down the street. For the first time in a long time, I didn't feel incomplete. Maybe healing isn't forgetting, maybe it's finally choosing stopped checking your name, I found myself again. The day I stopped waiting for you, I stopped waiting for the pain. I still remember everything, but I'm not trapped in yesterday. The day I stopped checking your name was the day I found my way. Your name is still a memory, but it's not my home. I still love you in the quiet, when nobody can hear me. I don't talk about you anymore, but your memory knows my door. Every night when the lights go down, I still search for you around. I remember how you held my hand, how you made me understand. For a little while I felt complete. Now your absence fills these empty streets. I told myself that I'd forget, but my heart isn't ready yet. I still love you in the quiet, when the whole world fades away. I still hear you in my dreams, though you're gone from every day. I still love you in the quiet, but I won't ask you to return. Some fires never disappear, they just stop being allowed to burn. I deleted every photograph, but memories don't disappear that fast. I stopped asking where you are, but sometimes I still look at the stars. Maybe you found someone new, maybe she's better for you. I hope she holds your heart with care and gives you the love I couldn't share. I won't chase you anymore, I won't stand outside your door. I'll keep the love, release the pain, and let the memories fade like rain. I still love you in the quiet, but I'm learning how to breathe. I can't miss you every night and still choose the life that's waiting for me. I still love you in the quiet, but I finally understand. Sometimes loving someone deeply means knowing when to let go. I still love you in the quiet, but I'm letting go. I still remember the night you left. Your suitcase stood beside the door, and I knew you wouldn't stay anymore. I wanted to ask you not to go, but you already knew. I held your hand one final time, knowing this was goodbye. I still remember us, the way we used to be. I move on. I want it forever. You want it goodbye. I was planning out tomorrow while you were planning your escape. I was building up our future while you were walking away. You said that things had changed and maybe we had grown apart. I kept searching for a reason while you were breaking my heart. I thought love meant holding on. Now I know sometimes it means letting go. I want it forever. You want it goodbye. I was still believing you had already tried. I gave you my heart. You gave me the end. I want it forever, but forever couldn't begin. I want it forever. You want it goodbye. I remember thinking nothing could ever break our hearts. Now I'm past those places and I don't stop anymore. The memories still follow me, but they don't hurt like before. I'm not angry anymore. I'm just learning who I am. Some endings hurt the most because the love was real. I want it forever. You want it goodbye. Now I'm learning how to live without asking why. I gave you my heart and I'll never regret. You were part of my story, you're not my ending yet. I want it forever, but now I want peace. I was ready to stay, but you were ready to leave. I still remember that evening, the rain against the glass. You said we needed something that we didn't have. I thought we could rebuild it. I thought love could make it right. But you had already decided before you said goodbye. I was holding on to forever while you were letting go. I was ready to stay, but you were ready to leave. I was still fighting for us while you stopped believing. I gave you all my heart. You gave me one last goodbye. I was ready to stay, but you had already moved on inside. spent so many mornings trying to understand. I blamed every little mistake, I blame myself again. But love can't be a promise made by only one heart. Sometimes two people love each other and still fall apart. I can't change your decision, so I'll stop fighting the truth. Maybe someday you'll remember how hard I tried to stay. Maybe someday I'll remember that leaving saved my heart. I won't call you, I won't chase you, I won't ask you to return. Some lessons come with heartbreak, and some bridges shouldn't burn. I was ready to stay, but now I'm ready to leave. I'm taking back the pieces you left inside of me. I loved you with everything, and I'll never call that wrong. You were my greatest heartbreak, but I will still move on. I was ready to stay, but now I'm ready to go. The rain keeps falling, but someday it will stop. I watched the city through the window after you walked away. Every drop against the glass felt like something I couldn't say. I wanted to call you, I wanted to turn back time, but some goodbyes are written before we see the final line. So I'll let the silence speak, and let my heart begin to heal. When the rain stops, I'll be okay again. When the night ends, I'll breathe again. I may still miss you, I may still cry, but I won't spend forever asking why. When the rain stops, I'll find my way. I'll carry the memories, but not the pain. I still remember your laughter, the way you held my hand. I still remember believing we would always understand. But people change, and sometimes love changes too. That doesn't make our memories any less true. Maybe this heartbreak is not the end. Maybe this lonely road will lead me somewhere better. I'll take one more step, then one more after that. When the rain stops, I'll be okay again. When the sun rises, I'll start again. You were a chapter, a beautiful I'm still here. Sometimes I wonder, do you miss me too? Or am I the only one still looking back? Do you ever hear our song and stop whatever you're doing? Do you ever see my picture and wonder what I'm doing? Do you remember Sunday mornings when we didn't have to rush? Do you remember how the silence never felt like loneliness? I remember everything, even things I wish I didn't. And sometimes I still wonder if your heart remembers with me. Maybe I'm foolish for asking questions that you'll never answer. I wish you missed me like I miss you. I wish your heart still called my name. I wish you sometimes woke up lonely and remembered what we gave. I wish you missed me like I miss you. I wish you felt this empty too. Not because I want you hurting, I just wanna know I matter to you. I've learned how to keep moving, I've learned how to smile again. But there are nights when everything comes rushing back like rain. I wonder if you're happier, I wonder if you found someone. I wonder if she knows the version of you that only I knew. Maybe you've forgotten, maybe you're completely fine, while I'm still learning how to leave our memories behind. I don't need you to return, I always wish I knew you remember me. I wish you missed me like I miss you. I wish your heart still called my name. I wish you sometimes woke up lonely and remembered what we gave. I wish you missed me like I miss you. I wish you felt this empty too. Not because I want you hurting, I just wanna know I matter to you. Maybe one day I'll stop asking. Maybe one day your name won't hurt. Maybe one day I'll look back and smile and wonder why I needed to know. But tonight I still wish you missed me. Just once, tell me I matter. I wish you missed me like I miss you, but I'm finally learning to release. I don't need your heart to remember, to know what you meant to me. I wish you missed me like I miss you, but someday I'll be okay. And even if you never miss me, I'll still love the memories we made. Maybe you don't miss me, maybe that's okay. I'm learning to stop asking. I wish you had stayed just one more night. I still remember your goodbye like it happened yesterday. You stood beside the doorway with nothing left to say. I wanted to stop you, but I knew you had decided. So I watched the person I loved walk away from everything we had. I kept thinking love was enough, but sometimes it isn't. I wish you had stayed when I needed you the most. I wish you had believed that we were worth another hope. I gave you all my heart, I gave you everything I could. I wish you had stayed, I wish you understood. Still hear your laughter in the quiet of my room. I still see your face every time the evening comes. But I'm learning that missing you doesn't mean I should return. Some bridges disappear so we can find another road. Maybe someday I'll understand why you had to leave. Maybe someday I'll forgive you for taking part of me. But I'll never regret loving you, even if it ended in tears. You are my greatest memory, and my heart asks you. I wish you had stayed, but now I let you go. I'll keep the beautiful memories that leave behind the sorrow. You were once my everything, but I can finally breathe. I wish you had stayed, but now I'm choosing me. I wish you had stayed, but goodbye is goodbye. Your goodbye still lives here in every quiet night. The house is quiet without you, but the silence knows your name. Every room still holds a memory, every window holds the rain. I moved your things away, but I couldn't move the past. Funny how an empty room can make a moment last. I tell myself I'm healing, but some nights I still go back. Your goodbye still lives here in every quiet night. I close my eyes and see you standing underneath the light. Your goodbye still lives here, but I'm learning to let it fade. I can't change what happened, I can only change today. I don't know where you are now, or if you ever think of me. Maybe you found someone who makes you feel completely free. I hope she holds you gently, I hope she knows your heart. I hope you find the happiness sadness to become the reason that I heal. Your goodbye still lives here in every quiet night. I close my eyes and see you standing underneath the light. Your goodbye still lives here, but I'm learning to let it fade. I can't change what happened, I can only change today. Maybe one day I'll wake up and your memory won't hurt. Maybe I'll hear our old song and smile at what it meant. You were a part of my life, not the whole of who I am. And I'm finally understanding I can live without your hand. Your goodbye still lives here, but it doesn't own my heart. I'm taking back tomorrow. I'm making a brand new start. Your goodbye still lives here, but someday it will disappear. And when I finally close this door, I won't be afraid anymore. Your goodbye still lives here, but I'm still here too. The night you stopped loving me, I felt you slipping away. You were sitting next to me, but somehow you felt so far. I reached for your hand, but you didn't hold it back. Your eyes were somewhere else, your heart was already gone. I kept pretending everything was still the way it was. I wanted to ask you why, but I was afraid to hear the truth. The night you stopped loving me, I felt you slipping away. I watched our forever disappear without knowing what to say. The night you stopped loving me, something inside me broke. I wanted to save our love, but you had already let it go. I remember your silence more than any words you said. I remember lying awake with memories inside my head. I kept blaming myself, wondering what I did wrong. But sometimes love disappears, even when you hold on. Maybe I couldn't save you, maybe you couldn't stay. I gave you everything I had, and that's enough today. The night you stopped loving me, I thought my world would end, but now I'm slowly learning how to breathe slipping away. Finally, I let you go. Your name still hurts, even after all this time. I thought the years would change me. I thought I'd forget your face. But every time I hear your name, my heart returns to that place. The room we used to laugh in still feels empty late at night. I close my eyes and remember how you once held me tight. I don't wanna miss you, but my heart doesn't understand. Your name still hurts, like you just left today. Your memory still follows me, no matter how far I walk away. Your name still hurts, but I'm learning to survive. I lost the love I wanted, but I'm still alive. I stopped looking for your shadow. I stopped waiting by the phone. I learned that being lonely doesn't mean I'm truly alone. Sometimes I miss the person I thought you would become. Sometimes I miss the future before the future came undone. Maybe healing takes forever, maybe forever is okay. If I could erase the pain, I'd erase the tears, not you. 'Cause even broken memories were once something beautiful. You changed the way I loved, you changed the man I am. And though I couldn't keep you, I'll understand someday. Your name still hurts, but it doesn't own me now. I can remember what we had and still move forward somehow. Your name still hurts, but one day it won't. I'll keep the good memories, finally let the rest go. Your name still hurts, but someday it won't. There's still an empty chair where you used to sit. I still make 2 cups of coffee before I remember you're gone. I still turn toward the doorway when I hear the evening come. Your picture's in a drawer now, but I know exactly where. Funny how a little silence can feel like you're still there. I thought I'd get used to this, but some things don't disappear. There's an empty chair where you used to sit. There's an empty space inside my heart with it. I can fill this room with every and I still miss you there. I don't talk about you lately, I just carry what remains. The sound of your laughter still comes back with the rain. I learn to sleep alone now, I learn to face the dawn. But healing doesn't mean the memories are gone. Maybe someday someone else will sit beside me here. Maybe I'll smile at the empty chair and finally feel no fear. There's an empty chair, but it doesn't break me now. I can look at yesterday and still be here somehow. You were once my home, but now I understand. Sometimes losing someone helps you find yourself again. The chair is empty, but I'm not. I loved you more than I loved myself. I changed the things you didn't like, I swallowed every word. I stayed through all the silence, even when it really hurt. I made excuses for you leaving, I blame myself for every fight. I kept trying to become the man who could make you stay. I thought giving everything was what love was supposed to mean. I loved you more than I loved myself, and that's where I went wrong. I gave you every part of me until there was nothing left to hold. I loved you more than I loved myself. I forgot who I used to be. You were everything I wanted until I couldn't recognize me. I remember staring in the mirror, wondering where I disappeared. I was smiling for the world while hiding all my fear. Then one morning I realized I couldn't live that way. If loving you meant losing me, I had to walk away. It wasn't hate that made me leave, it was finally choosing peace. I loved you more than I loved myself, and that's where I went wrong. I gave you every part of me until there was nothing left to hold. I loved you more than I loved myself, but now I'm learning how to breathe. I can miss you and still know that I deserve to choose me. Maybe someday you'll understand how deeply I care. Maybe someday I'll understand why you couldn't stay. But I won't carry anger, I won't carry that mistake again. I love with an open heart, but I won't disappear for anyone. I loved you, I lost you, I found me. And this time I'm staying with myself. The last thing I wanted was to lose you. I thought we had more time, more mornings, more nights. I thought we'd grow together under the same city lights. I never imagined your hand leaving mine. I never imagined I'd call our love goodbye. Some endings arrive quietly and suddenly change everything. The last thing I wanted was to lose you. The last thing I wanted was a life without you. I wasn't ready for the silence after love. I wasn't ready to wake up and give you up. The last thing I wanted was to lose you, but I lost myself trying not to lose you. I replayed every moment, every word, every fight, looking for the answer that could make everything right. But there are some questions that never have a reply. Sometimes too hard to break, even when neither wants goodbye. I could spend forever blaming you or blaming me, but I'd rather take the lesson and finally be free. You taught me how deeply a heart can love someone. Now I'm learning how to carry that love when they're gone. The last thing I wanted was to lose you, but maybe